Dude, I absolutely love this team. I love this team so much.
I want some nasty. Are we having fun yet?
This Spurs team has such a great foundation, and I think it's something worth talking about, and that's what we're going to do right here. Now, before we do, though, clanthemerchfan.com, if you guys want to support the channel, please do. Link in the description. I appreciate all of the love, and if this price, like, I genuinely mean this, okay? If this price is too much, it's totally fine, totally understandable. I tried my best to get it as low as possible, but if you guys like, it's just too much, get yourself a sticker, man. Just get yourself a sticker. It's all good, okay? I just appreciate the love nonetheless. It means the world to me. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about this game. Whew, San Antonio Spurs, Memphis Grizzlies went down to the wire in OT, and we're gonna see a lot of this, okay? Let me say this really quick, and this is probably gonna sound like a little doomer, and you guys are gonna be like, oh my god, here we go talking negative about the Spurs. It's fine, okay? It's fine, because I think this is good for our future. But let me go ahead and say this: we're gonna see a lot of this starting off. I think the way that the San Antonio Spurs play, and I said this in another video, but I'll be releasing that video later, and it's focused more on Bassey. But the way that the San Antonio Spurs play, they play in a way that you're going to be absolutely gassed as the season goes on. They play with so much energy, so much heart, but at the end of the day, you don't have a star player. You don't have a superstar, so you're going to suffer. One thing that I noticed in this game, we're going to go from player to player to player just so I can like do a synopsis of how I felt or whatever. But one thing that I noticed, Keldon Johnson was absolutely gassed this game. I mean, absolutely gassed. That's not on him. That's not saying, oh, he's trash, oh, he's not good. It's just that when you're putting a team on the back of a player that's not necessarily a star, it's going to happen that way. It's just too much. He's really good. He's going to have a lot of more good games. And I love what I'm seeing from Keldon, but this is what we're going to see. And when it comes down to it, teams like Memphis Grizzlies, we're going to make it look, in the regular season, we're going to make it look like a fight. But at the end of the day, they're just better because they have their superstar. That's what separates them from us. Do they play better basketball? I don't necessarily think so. Do they have like tougher players? Are they mentally stronger than us? I don't think so. They just have a superstar. That's it. And once we get our superstar in the draft, we're going to see that shift as well, in which this foundation that we have is going to be so sick with a star. And the Grizzlies are really going to have to worry about us. But as it stands right now, this is what we're going to see early on. I expect the Spurs to have a lot of close games early, but as the season goes on, teams get a little bit more comfortable. And the way that we play, we get a little bit more gas. I think that this margin is going to be a little bigger, but I am proud of the San Antonio Spurs. Like, go out there, fight. That's what I want to see, but I also want to see an L, and I think that that's good going forward. But anyways, all right, player to player. Let's start with Jeremy Sohan, obviously 6 for 7 field goal, 1 for 2 from 3, and that's all you really can ask for him. I'm only asking him to throw up like 2-3 threes, and if you hit one, I'm comfortable, dog. He had 2 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 turnovers, not that bad, 3 fouls. He plays pretty rough. But with that being said, 6 for 7, he is definitely a cleanup guy. One thing that I've noticed with Sohan, he is the ultimate glue guy. As you guys know, I wanted him to come to the San Antonio Spurs before we picked him up. I just want to throw that out there. And this is the reason being. He is essential for a team that wants to be a championship team in the future. He is perfect for that role. And every team, I mean, not every team needs it to win a championship, but it really helps when you have your glue guy. Spurs had Diaw as a glue guy, you know, obviously 2014. You look at teams like even the Grizzlies, actually. He hasn't really got completely in that role yet, but LaRavia, he's kind of a glue guy, okay? And I think that that's really going to help them, right? Especially with losing Kyle Anderson, they kind of needed that. Or if I even look at another team, you look at the Warriors, right? That's the most popular example. You got Draymond Green. That is a glue guy. And I think that that's what Sohan is for us going forward. Very important. And he fits with every team. Speaking of a player that fits with every team, Keldon Johnson. Now, this game, obviously, I'm not going to sit here and harp on Keldon and be like, oh my God, 4 for 15. Oh, he played. Like, yeah, he played bad, but at the same time, you know what? It's a lot to put on him. Okay. The Grizzlies aren't an easy team to play. And on top of it, we've been getting him a lot of minutes. He had the team on his back, and he's just not, he's not that type of player to have to like take on all of that. But at the end of the day, did he play hard? Yes, he did. He played great in my eyes, just from how much heart he put on the court. He's definitely the emotional leader of this team, similar to how Patty was our emotional leader. Keldon is our emotional leader now, and I praise him for going out there and playing hard every single game, every single second of the game. It was just a little too much. So I'm not gonna harp on him. Good job, Keldon. Keep doing your thing. Jakob did Jakob type things. 10 for 12 is so good for him. That was stupid impressive. I was not expecting that, especially going against that big boy they got in the paint. Good God, man, I hate going against him. He's just too tough. You guys know exactly who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Steven Adams. That boy is rough. Okay, he is just a statue in that paint. Now, he can't move his feet as well as he used to, but he is a statue, I'll tell you that much. Very solid. But moving on, good job, Jakob. Trey Jones struggled a little bit, 4 for 13, but even it was one of those situations as well, just like with Keldon. I felt like we had to put so much on him, and it's just not going to work out like that. Okay, that's just my thoughts on it. He was close to hitting a clutch shot at the end of the fourth, but yeah, it's just too much. It's just too much. 11 assists is good though. Had a double-double. I expect plenty of double-doubles from Trey Jones. He's that type of player. Had a steal. He did fairly well on Ja at times. Okay, fairly well. But Ja still dropped 32 on us. and that's going to be the difference going against teams like this. But yeah. Anyways, he did fine. Devin Vassell, 9 for 21. Can I say this about Devin? All right. Because people really think, look, guys, can I say this? I'm going to say this, okay? I love Devin Vassell as a player, okay? I even think, I could be wrong, but I even think off the court, he's probably a decent dude, right? We don't know this, but he seems cool. He gets along with his teammates at the very least. We see him hanging out with them quite a bit. All right, so he seems like a chill guy. I like Devin Vassell a ton, okay? Obviously, I even made a design of Keldon, right? I mean, not Keldon, I'm sorry, Devin Vassell. I love Devin Vassell. But let me say this, and I think that this is worth noting. Devin Vassell, the way that he plays on offense, he's better as a catch and shoot. Can he create his own shot? Yes, but he's also one of those players, or at least from what I've noticed thus far, and this can change, but what I've noticed thus far is that he doesn't necessarily go off of what the defense gives him. It's almost like he has a preset of moves of what he's going to go to every single time, and he just goes to it. Like I could call, like every single shot he took, and I'm just being real, okay? Every single shot he took, I knew he was going to do a specific move. One thing that he goes to all the time is that step back, and a mid-range step back. He does it every time. It's like a spin, mid-range step back, shoot. Every single time, and that is not going to work, especially if we're talking about trying to, like, not this season obviously, but if we said Devin Vassell is going to be a star, he's going to be our main guy, it's not a lot of creativity on his end offensively, and that's what I've noticed. He just knows what he's going to go to, and he doesn't necessarily have like Kawhi Leonard type of length or Kobe Bryant type of skill to have like a go-to move necessary. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I wish the chat was up so I could talk to the chat about this, because sometimes I say things and they're like, what are you talking about? But all I'm saying is Devin Vassell, I think in his mind, he knows what move he's going to go to, and it's not very instincts don't kick in. Okay. Instinctual. Is that a word? Instinctual. It's not very instinctual. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Unfortunately, this guy who screwed up, this dude right here, idiot. This guy right here, he did have those instincts, and that's where it was like, okay, he's doing what he's giving you whatever the defense is giving him. But that's not necessarily the case with Devin. But I do like Devin. I think he played fine. And I can see a future where him taking a Middleton type role. I still can say that, see that. But Doug McDermott type thing. I never even talk about Doug. Is there really a point to? There's really not a point to. and I don't mean that in a negative way. Bassy, okay, really good game, really solid. Love what I saw from him. We even know that Pop had something to say about him, but that's a separate video, okay? I'm gonna have a whole video just dedicated to Bassy, kind of. I go on a I go on a rant a little bit. I actually already did the video. All right, Josh Richardson, pretty sloppy, but then again, Josh Richardson is a role player, okay? That's just what he is. And that's perfectly fine. I guess, you know what? I'll be honest. I guess the reason why I don't harp on Doug McDermott and Josh Richardson too much is because I just don't expect them to be here, you know, like as the months to come. I just don't expect it. Romeo Langford, I'm shocked he played 21 minutes. I watched basically the entire game up until like the last couple minutes of OT. I am shocked. I'm shocked he got 20. It did not feel like it. We didn't go to him that much. And his defense wasn't really felt much at all either. But then again, he's been gone, so it's fine. No big deal. But overall, how did I feel about this game? I expect to see a lot of this. I expect the Spurs to fight. I expect it to be a lot of games where it's pretty close, but at the end of the day, you're going to come up short because you don't have a star. And that's fine. That's okay. That's all right. That's what this season's for. Is for development and is for you to get your star. So anyways, I'll give it to you guys later, man. If you want to support the channel, as always, Clan the Merch Fan, link in the description there, or become a Patreon YouTube member, only $2 per month. I really appreciate the love, guys. Until next time, bye.